We were curious. How can we prove there's impact? That was really the starting point.
Researchers at Berkeley realized that money was being spent on global poverty programs, and we had very little evidence about whether that money was being spent effectively. We're living through a pivotal time in history where we see technological innovation is skyrocketing, and at the same time, we have hundreds of millions of people being left behind. The poorest are most affected by crises like pandemics, hunger, conflict. With climate change, these problems are only going to get worse.
In global development, usually less than 1% of aid budgets are spent on research and development. Tech firms wouldn't think twice about spending 15 or 20% of their budgets on R&D. They know that they need that investment to innovate. SIGA exists to generate that evidence on what works in global development and in the fight against global poverty. One of the SIGA projects that I'm proudest of is a project that studied the effect of providing deworming treatments to improve the health of school children in Kenya.
This program had impact, and it was easy for the government to take it on.
These findings have inspired a policy movement that's provided deworming treatments to hundreds of millions of children around the world.
SIGA brings the best methods and science to some of the world's most challenging problems to really have objective measures of what works and what doesn't.
What makes SIGA so special is the interdisciplinary approach to studying poverty. Poverty isn't just about how much money you make. And what SIGA does is bring in people from all these other disciplines to work together to come up with solutions that economists alone would never have envisioned to help combat poverty.
From the very beginning of SIGA, we've made it a point to collaborate as much as possible with scholars and researchers in the countries where we work.
SIGA advances careers for scholars that are young and promising, in particular from developing countries, and provides a career path that is transformational for development.
We've had a particular focus on training the next generation of scholars and researchers.
It helps to equip and empower scholars like myself with the required funding to conduct cutting-edge research that is more driven and focused on impact.
It allowed me to get my research career started, and everything that I've done since then has built from that initial leap of faith.
I think one of the things that sets SIGA apart is the way that we're constantly innovating, both in terms of what evidence we produce, but also in terms of how we produce it.
In the COVID-19 pandemic, SIGA provided an innovative way to identify the most vulnerable people in the poorest parts of Togo and Give directly used the same platforms to reach them with cash transfers in a rapid time.
We support SIGA because we have a shared vision of improving lives for millions of people around the world using the power of data and evidence to inform policy making.
Being here at Berkeley is really central to who we are and what we do. It's our intellectual home and moral compass, and we're able to draw on all the innovation and technology here in our work. We've since spread beyond Berkeley, and actually there are faculty affiliates in many different campuses now, but our mission remains the same. New insights and tools to improve lives. We generate rigorous research. We apply the latest tools and methods. We train the next generation so that we can amplify our impact in the world to fight global poverty.
There's a real opportunity here to improve the lives of hundreds of millions of people living in poverty, and the stakes are just simply too high not to invest in evidence.
We're building something new, something open, more effective and equitable, something for everyone, a public good. Please join us.